Hello, everyone. Welcome to blink182. Hang on, I want to check something. Uh, Review one more time. I'm just gonna start. I haven't done a review in a long time or whatever, but I wanted to talk about the Blink album and whatnot because I figured why not. I put some like reaction stuff on my channel with Toasty, and I don't think Toasty was really too interested doing the review. I didn't ask, but I don't know. I just kind of was in the moment and I wanted to do it. So I hopped in VR chat and just decided to do a review. I don't know if I'm gonna do a lot more, but it's Blink. Blink's like my favorite band, so why not? I'm just gonna kind of go track by track and stuff. I guess maybe I'll give like a quick overview. Overall, I liked the album. One more time. Um, I will say it. I liked it a lot. Oh, maybe I was surprised by it. I had really low expectations. Coming from California 9 to here, and even Tom with the Angels and Airwaves Life Forms, which I thought was awful. I had pretty low expectations, and then Edging was released in 2022, I think last year in October, and I thought the song was awful. So I had low expectations, and then One More Time came out, and the singles and all the other. And I was like, okay, I was happier than when I heard Edging. Um, Sorry about the noise. Mike's headset, so anytime I touch my face, you're gonna hear it. Um, but yeah, I like the singles they released this year a lot more than Edging from last year. But it's kind of like the gist. Overall, I liked it. Let me just go now, kind of like through track by track review, I guess. And the album begins with Anthem Part 3, which I liked. I liked the opening riff a lot, how it was kind of reminiscent to Anthem Part 2 in a way. Thought it was a nice little callback. Um, I really dug the lyrics from Tom here. This time I won't be complacent. The dreams I gave up and wasted. When there was the preview and they played that, I was like, oh man, I'm gonna love that song, and I liked it a lot. I don't say I loved it right away. It grew on me definitely, and the reason I didn't love it was because I think it was too long. Not that it's like a really long song, but the part where sorry, just want to check something in my room. The part at the end, they do the chorus, and I think it should have just ended, but instead it goes into like kind of like not like a breakdown, but like the bridge, and then there's like it just long, and then the part I wrote in my notes here, the outro where like the if I fall on some nails or whatever, I could have done without that part. I think it would have been a lot stronger, a better opening track if it was cut off that outro part. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that it's like the chorus, and then it goes into that section. I should have just stopped at the chorus, and then it could have went into the next song, "Dance with Me," with the intro, and it would have been better in my head, like for the intro itself, because even I feel like the intro should just be cut off with "Dance with Me." I'm not talking about "Dance with Me" now, the second track. Um, the "Dance with Me" intros, like not the I don't mean the intro, but the the Tom bit, whatever. It's just not very funny. Just random, and it's too early. I feel like in the song, I mean in the album, to I don't know, put like that kind of joke. It wasn't very funny, and just funny that me and Toasty like just reference it all the time. I think Toasty likes it. Maybe I haven't really asked him if he likes that little thing. I don't care for it. I don't think it's funny. But Dance with Me, sorry, hand tracking and stuff is a little funny right now. I've been having issues. Um, but I was a little disappointed with Dance with Me, not because it's not a good song or nothing. It's a good song, but I was a little disappointed because I was expecting the Boxcar Racer song, the unreleased that you can like find on YouTube if you type in Boxcar Racer Dance with Me. And it's a very different song. Um, I am happy uh, that we got this song though instead of that one. Not that the other Boxcar Racer song is bad, or even this one on the Blink album is bad. They're both good songs. It was just, you get a certain expectation in your head, and it's like, you expect it, and it's not that. So it was like cool and also a little disappointing. And I like Dance with Me on this album for what it is, and I still like the Boxcar Racer song, and I still would love that to be released. Actually, I don't know, but it's okay either way. I like the song. The Ole took me a bit to get used to. I like it now. And I actually read, I don't know if I saw it on Twitter itself or if somebody like posted it like on this subreddit, Blink subreddit, Travis's tweet saying that the Olays originally were just in the outro, and then that whatever Tom, I forget what Tom sings. I should have wrote the lyrics, but there's a part in the outro where Tom sings something that was originally the chorus, and then the Olays were at the end, and Travis, I guess, decided that okay, to put the Olays as the chorus, pretty much, or part of the chorus, and then just the previous chorus as just the outro or whatever, and it's the way it turned out. It's cool. Music video's neat. Little what's the word? Not like I was gonna say like not a nod, but like a little. It plays like homage, I guess. I don't know if that homage sounds like the word. To the Ramones, and that's pretty cool. And I didn't think they were that big of Ramones fans, to be honest. I mean, not that. I mean, it's not surprising, I suppose, but I feel like I would have heard more about them because I've been following Blink listening to them for a very long time, since I was like 5. So I, when I was younger, I used to like go on their Wikipedia page and stuff, and I remember I saw their like list of influences, and I don't remember seeing the Ramones. Maybe it was there. I saw like the ones I remember, are the NoFX, Bad Religion, Descendants, Screeching Weasel, and those were all like bands I went and listened to because of Blink. But I didn't remember the Ramones being there. But I mean, I've listened to the Ramones anyway, just because everyone fucking knows them. But yeah, it was cool. The music video, I got a little off track there. Dance with Me, cool song. Oh, and did my things die? I think my tracking just lost. Okay. Give me a sec. Technical difficulties. I'm gonna get my chargers real quick, and I will be back. Okay, I'm back. Anyway, I think I was done talking about Dance With Me. It's a good song. I like the music video. Yeah, anyway. It goes into the third track, Fell in Love. The worst song on the album. Absolutely the worst. It's awful. It's just bad. It's very bad. There's no redeeming qualities about it, in my opinion. The intro is awful. Sounds like the little YouTube like ad survey thing, kind of. That's what it reminds me of. Mark sings. I don't remember. It's just awful lyrics all around from Tom and Mark. But the standout part from Mark, to me, is where it's crazy or whatever, and it just sounds like the girl, that one song, the hey, I just met you and this is great. That's what it reminds me of. And It's awful. And then Tom's sounds like he's trying so hard to sound cool here. He's so hard. How could I ever forget laying in your bed having sex all night is fucking with my. It's awful. And then of course the na-nas that they can never get rid of. Um, Not even like energetic, just super lazy. Mark's like at least if you're gonna do something like that, just I don't know, put some energy into it. Try it. It's an awful song. It's terrible. It's if I don't, I feel like if you like this song, like what? Well, I guess before, like, so before California in like nine, I feel like where did you get like this song from? Like them before, like, is it all the small things? Because I, I as much as all the small things is like overplayed and everything. I mean, I I listen to all the small things on when I listen to Enema, but I will sometimes skip it, and it's just because it's overplayed. It's not because I think it's bad, but if I listen to all the small things or like even their more popular songs, I doesn't nothing reminds me of like I feel like there's no comparison. Like this just seems I don't know. It's fair to say out of the blue now. Now that like California and Nine have been out, it's one of those albums songs. It's awful. It's not good. Do I have anything else? That was pretty much all the notes I took on it. It's the worst song on the album, and it goes into Terrified, the fourth song. I liked it. I will say I was a tiny bit disappointed in just that how it sounds. The intro, like it sounds really like hardcore, and then it's just not hardcore. uh, Hands, sorry. The what do you call it? Seeing if I could maybe I should move. I gotta move to the left now. Hang on, sorry. I gotta find a good spot because I'm looking at the camera, but I don't see the camera exactly. I have a little thingy, whatever. What was I saying? Uh, Terrified, and I'm bad at this. Um, yeah, the intro. I think I was talking about the intro. How it sounds really hardcore, like it's gonna the way it starts. But not really hardcore, but hardcore for Blink. But then it's cool, the riff, the actual riff after the like little hardcore part, and it's just man, I wish Tom would have went more with the intro like part, and it's cool, and then the verses kick in. It's more boxcar reminiscent with it's very, he's not doing a lot on the guitar. It's like some like strumming, and then he's kind of just going. The drums really, drive the song. I feel like in the bass, and it's cool. Um, little funny tidbit with it. The song for me and Toasty was I thought he was saying "welcome, terrified," and I thought it was kind of meaning like welcome all the terrified feelings that you feel, and still, you know, just accepting you're terrified, you're scared, and just kind of dealing with it. But it's will go terrified, and kind of the same meaning, I guess. Will go terrified. I don't know. Just you'll go ahead with those feelings. Um, has one of the cooler bridges in the album, in my opinion. The like kind of electronic, almost. I don't remember it now, but I wanted to almost say kind of like breakbeat kind of. I think drums. I gotta listen to it again now. I forget, but I want to say it was something. I don't know if it's actually like a breakbeat, but I mean not Tom. Travis goes, and then there's like the doo doo and the boop boops or whatever, and yeah. Again, cool riffs, and it's a solid song. Very cool. I don't know if this is like a demo from like Boxcar back in the day, or if this was like more of like something Tom had written for like if Boxcar like got like together him and I'm sure it would have been him, Travis, and he would have got David again. I'm sure, but it would have been interesting. I don't know if maybe Tom was saving it for that, or if he kind of just wrote it in case they got together to do another album. But I mean, I'd be down for another Boxcar album, especially after hearing Terrified, and more importantly, to get Dance with Me, the Boxcar version. Terrified goes into One More Time, the album. I think it's still a cool song. I think I don't like this song as much if I didn't see the music video first. Or if the music video just didn't exist in the first place. If the music video doesn't exist, I feel like my enjoyment goes. I don't know if I'm gonna say. I want to say significantly down, but it does go down without the music video. I do think the best lyrics are kind of like a mix for me. The best line, is the chorus. Do I have to die to hear you miss me? And the not wanting to. I'm blanking out on the lyrics right now, but do I have to die to hear you miss me? I don't want to wait to do this one more time, and it's very nice. The weaker parts to me are the verses. Tom in the beginning and Mark. It's a little. I don't know. I don't know how to word it per se. It's more like it's like it's a little it's a little cheesy. It's a little. I don't want to say cringe because maybe I should say cringe. Cringe isn't necessarily bad. A lot of things from the heart are cringe, right? And it's just a little too much, I think. Whereas the chorus, I could see maybe someone saying that they think the chorus is cringy or cheesy, which I would say fair, but I think it works better in the chorus. Like it's not too over. I don't know. Like the whole the line, the brothers into strangers, strangers into brothers is a little, could be better. And I think that was pretty much my. Oh, and forgot about it. I do feel like this album would have benefited more if this track was moved possibly to the end of the album, or maybe the beginning. It's a little I don't know if it'd be good to. I could see it maybe kind of working the acoustic intro as the first track of the album, then goes into Anthem, but I think Anthem Part 3 does work better. So I just think it's out of place in the middle of this with everything that came before it, and what comes after. I think would have been better. I think it would have been better at the end. Like after Childhood, it has like that electronic outro, and then just ends, and then it goes, and then One More Time starts, with the acoustics, and it would have been nice. I think it would have been better overall placement. It doesn't affect my enjoyment of the album too much at all. It doesn't really affect it at all. I just think, it would have been better if it was at the end of the album. But yeah, cool song, and obviously a little bit of a tearjerker with the music video. And One More Time was released at the same time as More Than You Know. This song is not bad, but it's definitely the weaker of all the other songs in terms. There's like the three tiers, I guess, with this album for me. It's like the bad songs, and that's where Fell in Love falls, and I'll get to the other ones later when I get to them that are bad. And then there's the mid, and this is where When We Were, not When We Were Young, sorry, More Than You Know is in the mid. And then there's the songs I like and whatever. But More Than You Know it's okay. To me, the Tom and Travis really saved this song. I like the line with the I don't feel pain, but I feel more than you'd ever know. And Travis's drumming here is really cool. I guess he used double bass or something, and it sounds awesome. Mark disappoints heavily here. I don't really look to Mark to really excite me or write good lyrics too much anymore. Tom kind of the same way. I think Tom does a little bit better than Mark, in my opinion. At least I'm a Tom Dick writer. What do you want from me? But I mean, Tom doesn't do too well here either, in my opinion. I just like the part where I don't feel pain, but I feel more than you'd ever know. But the part where Tom's like the black lights across my face, blah blah blah. But that part's pretty weak, in my opinion. The I don't feel pain is the best part. But Mark singing the shook the leaves from your tree, and he does like the little rhyme thing. Does all the goddamn time now. He thinks want to be rapper or some shit out. It's not good. It kind of kills it. And the thing that saves it is the chorus, the I don't feel pain, and then Travis strumming. And yeah, probably more than Travis's drumming saves it, I would say, because if he doesn't use the double bass there, I think the song just ends up sounding a little boring. But yeah, it's not bad. Mid. I would say it's the most middling track to me. More Than You Know goes into Turn This Off. I'm going to talk about Fuckface as well, because these are the two short. Fuckface is more hardcore. Turn This Off is more kind of like the skatey pop punk fast, like kind of like Screeching Weasel, Descendants-esque, where Fuckface feels more kind of Circle Jerks-esque in a way. So, but yeah, they're cool, short, fun. Turn This Off isn't really funny to me, but they sound good, at least. Mark really sounds great here. Tom too, and Fuckface, I think it's Travis and Tom there. That's cool. It's a little distorted, you can't tell. It's whatever. I would love for them to do an album like this, or even an EP. Just give me like around 8 to 10 songs, and like, they're a minute at max each, and that's 10 minutes, and you can call it EP or make a short album. Just give me something like this. I love when Tom does this. Usually, Boxcar Racer. Of course, they're shorter joke songs on the previous albums, like Party Song. I'm blanking out on the Take Off Your Pants and Jacket, the Christmas. Happy Holidays, you bastard. There you go. And I'll Go as well. I enjoy their short, fast songs. Usually. I didn't really care for Tom's short one and his demos that he released on, I think, 2016-17 area. The Golden Showers and the Golden State, and I think there was one more on that album. It's I think it was Circle Jerk Pit, actually, but didn't really care for those ones. So usually they do it well, but here I enjoyed it quite a bit, and yeah, it just makes me want kind of like a more hardcore punk-esque album, EP, something from them, and that's what I want. Anyway, Turn This Off goes into When We Were Young. It's the second worst song, I would say, barely better than Fell in Love. It's awful. Has kind of a cool bridge, I guess, if there's any redeeming factors. Lyrics are awful. I didn't even bother writing any of them down. You can just go listen to it, or you already know. It's just shitty. I would rather they had recorded When I Was Young from Dogs Eating Dogs EP and just scrap this song entirely. It's not good. When We Were Young goes into Edging. Another weak song. I still think it's bad, but I like it. I think Edging is bad, but I like it. It grew on me, and I really didn't think it was going to grow on me. Well, I kind of had a feeling it might have, because I really like the riff, but everything else about the song sucks. Like excuse me, I lost my notes, but the lyrics just awful. Again, like this song gave me like my expectations were already like well, I had like no expectations when they got back together, right? And like I wasn't excited to hear anything. I was interested. I was gonna listen to it. I'm listening to what they release no matter what at this point in my life, but I wasn't like looking forward to it, and expectations extremely low. Anyway, I forgot what I was saying, but what I remember when Edging came out, it kind of just confirmed my feeling of don't get my hopes up. And yeah, and um, it grew on me a bit, partially because "Fell in Love" was so bad, and uh, the other one, the previous one, when we were young, was so bad that like it made me think, wow, edging's not that bad actually. um, but yeah, so grow me a little bit. It actually got ruined again because I watched Mr. Anthony Fantano's review just because I was curious what he thought of the album, and he said it sounds like some Disney pop punk. And now when I listen to it, all I imagine is like Dylan and Cole Sprouse and like some like other Disney Channel like kids from when I was a kid and when I used to watch like yeah, like yeah, having like a good time, and like it's yeah, it's fucking it's a bad song, but at least it has a decent riff, I guess, but it's bad. And I kind of like it now, but it's bad. And and Shin goes into you don't know what you got. Originally, I loved the song only because of the chorus, and Tom, the just repeat that you don't know what you got, you don't know what you got. He sounds really good there, in my opinion. Um, and I didn't really pay. Mark wasn't bad here, and I think he's great here now. And again, I don't really look toward Mark to give me that like, like that, like oh damn, those are good lyrics or whatever. I don't really look to him for that anymore. So whenever he's on, I won't lie, when he comes on this album, I kind of just almost tune him out. It's like better for me. It's more enjoyable if I just tune out what he's saying and just more kind of hear how he's singing. And I think that's also been a problem for him lately, is that he just hasn't been that energetic, at least in California and Nine, in my opinion. Here, I cut him a little more slack, the cancer, and apparently he had to like kind of like relearn how to sing in a way, or just get more comfortable with it again, I guess. But funny enough, I didn't even know, like, because of that, I didn't really pay attention to the lyrics, and I didn't realize what the song was about. And because of Fantano's review, I basically was informed that it's about him getting cancer and like the treatment and everything. And listening or realizing that and hearing, this is probably some of Mark's best lyrics in a while. It made me appreciate the song on a new level. And thank God Mark is okay, because I don't know what I'm gonna do when any of these guys die. It's gonna be fucking sad. I don't even know what they're. I don't know. I feel so sad for them, like when, like I'm happy they're doing this and the one more time, the message and everything, and I'm happy they're together again. And regardless, I will say too, if I didn't like this album, if I hated it or whatever, and if I don't like anything they do after, I'm just happy they're happy and that they're all cool now, at least. I hope nothing bad happens again, fingers crossed. But it's it's nice to see them together, and it's cool that we have this album, even if it was awful, but it's not awful, so that's cool for me. I know there are some people who like California 9 and probably would have liked it if this sounded more like that, which there are some songs and elements here that sound like it, so they get some of that. But anyway, you don't know what you got. Very cool song. Good job, Mark. I love this song. And then Tom kills the hook, I guess, not really chorus. You know what you got goes to Blink Wave. First heard it, I thought it was an awful song, and I still think it's kind of bad as well. It grew on me a bit, I will say. The partially because I think Mark and Tom sound good on the track. Again, I don't really care too much for what they're saying. There's nothing bad or awful. It just doesn't do anything. It's not really. It's not good lyrics. It's not bad lyrics. It's just okay lyrics. They're just there. My favorite part is Tom singing the "You are so inordinary, seems so scary" and whatever. I don't remember what else he says, but it sounds good. The reason I don't like it too is just because it sounds like they very generic synthwave song. They didn't try to like do much with it, or I don't know. It just sounds meh to me, and the synth sounds awful to me. I don't know. I guess people like it. I will say the worst thing about this song are these motherfuckers on the subreddit saying this is the Always of this album. It sounds nothing like Always. Don't ever compare this song to Always. Always is like, first of all, let's talk about the levels of like, how good the songs are. Always is like a god tier Blink 182 song. This is like a mid Blink 182 song that is nowhere near like even being in the same like realm. Like it doesn't even, it's not close at all. And I get why too, because synthwave has like the 80s vibe, and Always is like that kind of like 80s sounding song. I agree, they both sound 80s, but just because they both sound 80s does not make it like this this album's Always. Like, is that why you're just saying that? They just say that because it's 80s sounding. What about Fell in Love? That song sounds kind of 80s, and you're not saying that's the Always, or maybe they are. I don't know. I'm not on the subreddit every day, but yeah, it's not a good song, I don't think, but it grew on me anyway, and it's not one will ever go back to just to listen to. But I'll let it play. Um, Fell in Love, I usually skip, and when we were young, sometimes too, but occasionally we'll get through it. Fell in Love, sometimes I'll listen to it too. Actually, I take that back a tiny bit. When I'm alone, I'll skip it. When I'm with Toasty, I just let the whole album ride. But yeah, Blink Wave goes into Bad News. It's my favorite song on the album. I don't know what Mark pulled from his ass to like write these lyrics. I hope he's okay. Him and his wife. I have no idea if this is like him and his wife. It sounds like big relationship troubles. I don't know if maybe it's about Tom or something, but it's some of his best lyrics in a long time. Better than everything from California. Better than everything from Nine. Better than everything on this album, in my opinion. I'm gonna say better than the You Don't Know What You Got to, even though You Got is more serious. I feel like, I don't know, this sounds serious too. It's his best songwriting in a very long time, and possibly even since the self-titled album, in my opinion. It's better than, I haven't listened to the Plus 44 album in a while, so I would have to go back and see, but I feel like it's better than everything on Plus 44 as well. But I was pleasantly surprised. I was a little bit worried with the intro. It had the little acoustic, and I just did not really care. And then the way he starts it, the bad news, and I was like, oh God, here we go, right? And then the acoustic stops, and then just everything fucking goes. And then Mark comes in with like I don't even know what he says, because he says it so fast, like I don't know, I can't even do it, the feeling we've been fighting. I don't know. I don't know what he says actually. Fuck, I should have wrote it down. But the way he just comes in, it makes my dick rock hard. Like it, god damn, it's so good. Like he needs to sound like this all the time. He needs to write like this all the time. It's just not all the time. They can have the slower songs too. But God, I miss this Mark so much, and because he's been like, I feel like this has been absent. Like it's my favorite song on the album. But like I didn't think I didn't think Mark was gonna get my favorite song. I thought it was gonna be Tom for sure, and it almost was. But this song just kicks so much ass. Good job, all three of them on this track. Oh, let me see. Okay, those were pretty much all my notes. Everything I said. I didn't even need to look at them for that song. That's funny. That goes into Hurt interlude. Uh, it's cool. It's whatever. It's very. Well, it's not whatever. It's very nice. If you're gonna have an interlude, they're gonna do an interlude. I prefer it like this with some lyrics versus Hearts All Gone interlude, which is kind of like a longer intro into the actual song, which Hearts that they wanted the interlude to be in the song, but they just cut it out and whatever. And prefer it this way versus the Neighborhoods interlude, and then of course the self-titled interlude, which is cool, but I just prefer it's gonna be them singing. And I actually don't even know if Tom. I don't even think Tom plays the guitar in the Fallen interlude, but I prefer it to be them. It's cool. Um, Toasty thinks sounds like it could go on Love. I could. I don't really see it too much. I mean, I guess I feel like it's just because it's just a little angels sounding, but just throwing it out there just to put in the universe, I guess. Um, Her interlude goes into Turpentine. Uh, this would be my favorite song of Bad News. Wasn't on the album. Probably. It's yeah. I think this is my second favorite, but um, the way everything about it is just it's awesome. I think, except I don't really care for Mark on the bridge. He does that spitting rhyming thing again, like where he's trying to be a rapper. The shark smelled the blood in the water. We were all lambs to the and slaughter. And I don't care for Mark on the bridge. Um, but when Tom comes in his first verse, the my arms I've raised again, and then the like the mute the I can't even talk. It's got me like fucked up. It's so good. I just love this song. I love Tom, the verses, the chorus. Again, Mark's a little weak on the bridge, but it's just I don't really have a lot to say about this track. It's cool. I guess I will say the lyrics um are a little. But I would say maybe the lyrics are the worst. Not the worst. Sorry, not the worst. The lyrics are the weakest part of the song. I would say musically, sonically, the song carries it. They could be singing whatever the fuck they wanted, and it would be great. And that's why the bridge, Mark's bridge, doesn't really take away too much from it. My enjoyment. But I still don't think Mark's part is very good. But the best part to me, lyrically, is the part where where Tom says like he just says blah blah blah, and that's how I feel a lot about their lyrics. It's just blah blah blah, and it's to the point where just give me a good song musically, and then you could literally just say blah blah blah, and then I would like it because like Tom's like lyrics, slide your mom on top of me, jack off to a magazine. It's not funny anymore to me anyway. I don't know. It's just it's comes off too like trying too hard, I guess, to me. Like he tries so hard lately, I feel like, to be funny, be like I'm still this like funny young, not young, but like young spirited, I guess, you know, person, and that's the way a lot of their comedy comes off lately to me. And I'm not sure if that's just how it is or it's because I'm getting older or whatever. But yeah, so the best part to me was like it seemed like he was aware almost, and he's like blah blah blah, ah fuck it or whatever, and then it just goes. But it's still a really good song. I love it a lot, I would say. Turpentine goes into Fuckface. I already talked about it. It's cool. And I like it. It's a little more hardcore sounding. Fuckface goes into Other Side. Kind of reminds me of California 9, which is a little surprising because I don't really like those albums. But I like this song. So I wonder if that song would have been on one of those albums, if I would have liked it, or if I was just like so like in fuck, like God, this sucks, like I would have just been dismissive around it. But I also because of that too, that comment, I just thought of it maybe because um, Other Side is surrounded by like not like Nine or California sounding songs is the reason I can appreciate it, like kind of like out of, you know, like the best way I can describe it is like, let's say like we picked like plucked a song out of like Nine and put it on here, right? I wonder if I would have been a little more appreciative of it maybe. It couldn't be like something like Fell in Love though. Because God, I hate Fell. Well, I don't like Fell in Love. Anyway, Other Side. Let's talk about Other Side. Um, I thought it was just another cool song. It was just okay. And then I found out from the Blink subreddit, apparently it was about Mark's, I think his like bass tech. I'm not sure if that's the correct term. He passed away. And I had a feeling it was about death, Other Side. And then Mark says, I'll see you on the other side. But I couldn't really pinpoint like what was or who was this about, because there's like the part where he sings it'll never be the same stage right, and I didn't really know what he was saying because I don't play in a band stage right, or I'm involved in theater, but I know what it is, but it's like not a term I hear often. So I was like, I had no idea what he's saying, and then it made sense. So it was like stage right, so like he's on the right of the stage. He's on the left if you're in the audience and you look right, but stage right, I believe, is for the people on the stage themselves. He's stage right, but it makes sense because this is bass tech, and then we'll always have that coffee life. I didn't understand that either, but I guess they would just go out and drink coffee together and talk and kick it. So it hit a little heavier, knowing what it was about or who it was about to him and whatnot. And it's an enjoyable song. I enjoy it. And Other Side originally goes into childhood, but I'm gonna go with the deluxe, which I quote unquote deluxe, which I think they're gonna say is the official version now. Other Side now goes into Cut Me Off, and it's a little weak. I would say it's I enjoy it. It's slightly above More Than You Know. It has a cool riff on the chorus, and I think the chorus is the best part of the song. And again, I don't care for the lyrics. And I think I really only like this song because Tom is on it, to be honest, because it sounds like a very generic pop punk song. Like I can picture like another band doing this and me not liking it, but because it's Tom singing on it, it just like Tom's voice just is made for this. He's just made for pop punk. He, like other bands, their singers sound like they're trying to sound like Tom, and Tom just sounds like he fucking like talks like that. Like I'm not gonna sit here and say he doesn't like sound like he's trying like to like sound youthful and like kind of like that like what's the word, edgy kind of thing sound, like noise sound, because he does a little bit like on Anthem Part 3, like when he comes in, he definitely sounds like he's trying like really hard, and Dance With Me Too, it's like later in the tracks I feel like he kind of cools it a little bit, but on Cut Me Off, like yeah, it's Tanya sounds good on it, and he's just made for this type of music. But other than that, it's just like a whatever track. And again, I don't listen to it if it's not Tom on the song. I probably don't even like it if it's not him on it. Like if this was probably Matt Skiba. Actually, don't know. I think it's Skiba. But I probably wouldn't have liked it that much. Anyway, that's the first bonus song. Cut Me Off goes into the second bonus song. See You. It's the better of the two. It's cool. It sounds kind of like Ava. Whoops. I thought I wrote more notes on this. I guess not. It's cool. I guess I didn't really have a lot to I wanted to say about it if I didn't write that many notes. again, it's more it's the ow. Sorry if you that's loud on the video. It's the most Angels and Airwaves sounding songs, and I enjoy that. It's I feel like the lyrics were again just kind of mid. And I think that's why they're the bonus songs. But if that's the one thing I other don't understand. If they're the bonus songs, they're not really bonus if they come before the final track. Now I feel like they bonus if they go after. So it makes me feel like they were always meant to be on the album, and then they waited to charge people like $5, which is a little shitty, right? But it's like also just like for me anyway. Like it's just $5, so like it's like whatever. With that being said, that's $250 per track, and that's a ripoff. But like still, I don't care. But you get the whole album, I guess, right? But again, they're okay. The bonus tracks. I think even though I think they're just okay. Well, Cut Me Off's just okay. I'll say come out and say I like See You, but it's again not too great in my opinion. But I feel like the album does feel better with them on it. It feels more, which is crazy because there's 17 tracks, I think, right? Well, let's say it's 15 because the two short tracks, and then we can say this bumps it up to 17 now. It definitely feels more well-rounded, I guess. It feels, it does feel complete to me. I didn't think the album before felt incomplete, but now I feel like it kind of does. Without these two tracks. There was something else I was gonna say, and I just fucking dropped it. Oh, I remember. I don't know why I raised my hand. Like this is school, but the second half is definitely better than the first half of this album. And I know I haven't gone to talk about Childhood, and I will in a sec. But from Bad News, Hurt, Turpentine, Other Side, and now Cut Me Off, See You, Childhood. It's awesome. It's a lot better than the first half, in my opinion. Anyway, Childhood. Let's talk about Childhood. The final track now was the 17th, and now is the 19th track. Tom's vocals sound weird here, which is on purpose, and it's either you like it or you don't. I like it. I like Tom and Mark going back and forth, despite one of the critiques is Toasty said it and Anthony Pantano said it. It's a little cliche, missing your childhood, what happened, and like where did the time go, kind of like stuff. But I think for me anyway, it works here because listen, like cheesy and cringy isn't bad all the time. It works sometimes, and I think it just varies on person to person on when it works, and the reasons always vary. But for me, this works because it's like it's just something that like everyone thinks, whether they say it out loud or not. I feel like you really think like what happened like to your childhood, like where and when did you grow up, when did you stop being a kid, like in actuality. I feel like, and sure there are probably better ways to express these thoughts and get the message across, but for me, who's someone who's not too great at expressing themselves vocally, I feel like it is not bad to be cringe or cheesy then, because you got to get it out some way, right? So this is a way. So what I'm trying to say is, if they're going to be cringy and cheesy, I'd rather them do it on tracks like this, where it's something more of like, this, like pondering your time, like here, like where did the time go, kind of, versus something like on like Fell in Love, for instance, which is cheesy, where it's like, do you remember the time I felt like that? like I don't know that I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know. I guess I'd rather people be cheesy about like their life, like in the past, where did like time go, death and stuff. And love sometimes works. I guess I'm more of a hard critic on the cheesy cliche stuff when it comes to like love and romance lyrics and stuff like that. But whatever. I like the back and forth Mark and Tom got going on as well. I don't know if I said that already, but like in the verse chorus kind of like blends. Um, the robotic chorus Tom has going on too toward the like middle end, then it goes into like the electronic outro, and everything's just like overbearing. I think sounds really cool as well, and I think because it has that, I am able to enjoy the song more, and the cheesy cringe, whatever lyrics, I guess, don't bug me as much because of what the song turns into, and I think it's really cool, and I think it's almost it's not really experimental, but it sounds almost experimental for them, I guess. Sort of, not really. I mean, they've done stuff kind of similar like this. I think, like, if I remember right, I don't remember exactly what the outro is or sounds like for the last song on self-titled, which I'm blanking out on. Is fuck. I can't think of the name of it right now. I'm sorry, but the last song on the self-titled album um, reminds me kind of like similar, where it's like the big build-up, and I guess that's the what you call it. The comparison I'm drawing here is the build-up that it reminds me of, and I love when they do that, and I wish they do it more because I don't think they really have that anywhere else other than these two albums. Um, Kind of, sort of, maybe on Dude Ranch, if you want to say with Thank You. I mean, not Thank You, sorry. I'm sorry. Um, where, like, well, that's not really a build up because I think the song just fades away and then it has that blaring noise, and then it goes into Mark pissing in the toilet or whatever. Anyway, I enjoy Childhood. It was a good song in my opinion, regardless of the cringy lyrics. I think it worked for me anyway. Um, anyway, so this is my little overall notes that I have at the end. To me, the album is not as good as their big three, what I refer to, or my three favorite albums from them. Is Dude Ranch, Enema of the State, and Self-Titled. I cannot pick a favorite. It is always changing between those three. It depends on my mood. It depends on the day. It depends. It just depends. I love those three albums. They are Blink's top, in my opinion, those three. Uh, it's kind of on par in the area realm of Take Off Your Pants and Jacket and Neighborhoods. I think I might like this some more than Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. I think it's hard to say if I like it, excuse me, more than Neighborhoods, which, I think my enjoyment at Take Off Your Pants and Jacket, while I still like that album, it has dropped the most. And yeah, I'm not going to go all into it, but because this is about One More Time. But yeah, One More Time is kind of like in that realm where I think it's above Take Off Your Pants for me, and it's kind of like in the same area, Neighborhoods. I haven't listened to Neighborhoods in a while. I need to listen to it again, and I'll probably go through their whole discography and probably give California 9 another playthrough just to see if I still hate them. I don't hate California, by the way. Actually, I like I get like a nice little 6-7 song EP with the deluxe version, but 9 I hate. But anyway, that's where it kind of sits with me, and it's better than California 9 in life forms and Tom's demo album or EP, whatever you want to call it. It's better than anything they've done in the past. Wow, when did Dreamwalker come out? 2014, I think. 2014, 2015? Or was it 2016? Fuck. I don't remember. It was like 5-7-ish years, and Tom was Dreamwalker, but yeah, California, and I guess they had Dogs Eating Dogs and whenever that came out. But yeah, it was the best Blink album since Neighborhoods. I'll say that. And it gives me something, I didn't have before. You know, hope for the future and with the band, like enjoying more music that they put out. And I hope they do continue to put out more music. Another album. I would like a hardcore album, which isn't gonna happen, but I can dream, right? Um, yeah, I look forward to what the next album brings, and I'll be curious to see what it is. I hope they go a little more experimental. It's not hardcore, I guess. Um, and that's pretty much it. I wrote some songs, my top 5 songs. Um, I think this is pretty much the order too. It was Bad News, Turpentine, Dance With Me, and Anthem Part 3 are kind of tied, and then See You. The worst songs: Fell in Love, When We Were Young, Edging, and Blink Wave. Fell in Love is the worst song. When We Were Young is listenable. Well, Fell in Love is listenable too, but it's fucking awful. But When We Were Young and Edging are, I feel like, bad songs, but I'll listen to it anyway. Them anyway. And I kind of like Edging now. Blink Wave grew on me. I don't think it's good, but again, it's like I can listen to it. I can drive to it. Excuse me. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my review of Fell in Love. No. That's my review for One More Time by Blink-182. I give it a nice 8 out of 10. I like it. I like it a lot now. It's grown on me too since I've listened to it more and more. And the songs I like even more now. So yeah, Blink-182. I don't know what to do now. Do I say like, what does Fantano say? For Blink-182, forever. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, Blink-182 forever. I'll say that. Have a good day and or night, and penis.